And we're back here, Overtime Live Sports Bet Radio. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. We're coming at you live from the Gulf Coast, brought to you by TeamSpacePoker.com and GilbertYoungArt.com, giving you Week 12's free picks. We're going to kick it off quick and fast. Las Vegas is coming to town. Atlanta's sitting with a 3-7 record, coming to see the Raiders. Raiders only look good when they play Kansas City, apparently. So the Raiders are going to be still coming in as a favorite, giving up 3 points against the Dirty Birds. I'm going to go ahead and take Atlanta with a money line it, not giving up any points. Second game, we're going to have the Arizona Cardinals coming in to see the New England Patriots. Patriots at home. 3-2 at home is not a bad record. 4-6 overall is a bad record. So everybody's banking on Arizona with 98% of the money going on Arizona. I'm going to go ahead and take the home team favorite, take the Patriots minus 2 points, and get the 2 points, I should say. Next, we're going to go to New York and Cincinnati. Two pretty bad teams, but New York coming in 3-7, Cincinnati 2-7. Currently, New York is -6. They opened up with Cincinnati being -6, so it was obviously a close favorite, but 97% of the money being on New York. We're going to take another home team upset and take Cincinnati in this one. It's going to be a big pick. Joe Burrow's out probably for the season, possibly his career, who knows. But even with New York Giants starting lineup in order, they're still not a very good team. So we got to find our upsets somewhere. It looks like this week's schedule is going to be full of upsets. Next game, we got Cleveland Browns coming in the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars very rarely win. They're coming in with a 1-9 record, 1-4 at home. Very rarely are they going to be favorites. Cleveland is going to be dominating them by a full touchdown in this game, and everybody's going to be on that. 91% of the money is on that. Cleveland's 7-3, 2-2 on the road. I'm going to take Jacksonville plus the 7 points. Try to get them into a close game at home. Another big underdog, possible upset. I think Jacksonville could take it. Next game, we're going to have the Carolina Panthers going up against the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings are 4-6. Carolina Panthers are 4-7. Both of them pretty mediocre teams for a tough NFC conference that's turned into. Minnesota at home going to be giving up more than a field goal, going to give up the 3.5. I can't take the 3.5. Even if I thought Minnesota was to win, I'm going to take Carolina. Probably moneyline Carolina. And I expect a big show off from Teddy Bridgewater. And we all know Dalvin Cook's going to have a big game. So everybody really wants to take that Minnesota game. But even with the -3, you'd have to moneyline it. I'm going to take Carolina moneyline. Okay, Tennessee coming to Indianapolis, a big-time matchup. Both of them 7-3. It's going to be a big-time AFC divisional type game. So Indianapolis 4-1 at home. We're going to see Phillip Rivers, see what he can do, keep this streak alive. They're playing really well right now. Only teams playing better than these two teams are going to be Kansas City Chiefs and Pittsburgh Steelers, possibly the Baltimore Ravens. So Indianapolis at home giving up 3 points is too much. I'm going to take Tennessee with another underdog. Tennessee +3 is a lock. We might be able to push. Next game, Chargers against Buffalo. We're going to Buffalo, which is a tough environment to go play in. Buffalo's 4-1 at home, opened up at a full touchdown. Now they're only giving up 4.5. So we're going to run with the Buffalo Bills, giving up whatever they tell us to give up. Chargers are not a very good team. Terrible on the road, 1-4 away record. And I don't expect them to get it done. So we're going to take Buffalo minus the points. If you're being cheap, you can go ahead and money line it. But Miami, New York, I think Miami is going to lose this game. I think the New York Jets are finally going to get their first win. And I don't know how it's going to happen, but New York at home against Miami seems like a good pick. 7 points is a great add-on, so I'm going to take the New York Jets +7. Next game, big upset. Big upset. New Orleans going to Denver, playing at that altitude. Denver's a 4-6 team on a win, but
Fitzpatrick was going for Devontae Parker, trying to get him on a skinny post. Simmons coming up with his 4th interception of the season.
Now the New Orleans-Denver game is going to be a tough one, man. Nobody's really expecting what they're going to get out of this game. New Orleans is going to a high-altitude, tough environment to play in. It's a very hungry Denver team. Nothing to lose. New Orleans coming in with a Taysom Hill quarterback who's pretty one-dimensional at this point. We can see that all he can do is run the ball. Pretty efficient quarterback, but pretty one-dimensional. So New Orleans giving up less than a touchdown. Obviously, they're showing you it's going to be a tough game. This is going to be another upset. We're going to take the Denver Broncos with the points, and I'm pretty sure that's another lock at home. Next game, San Francisco, injured up, beaten, battered, and bruised. They don't really stand a chance of beating anybody. Season's over. Going to the Rams, who are 4-0 at home. Rams are undefeated at home, and my pick to win the NFC. So we're going to take the LA Rams, give up the 7 points. Be nice if we get it at 6.5 for a possible push, but we're going to give up the 7. That's probably going to push. Kansas City at Tampa Bay. Going to town. Tampa Bay is going to be giving Kansas City a run for their money in this game. It's going to be a high-scoring affair. I expect Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes to show off against each other. So Tampa Bay getting points at home. We're going to have to take Tampa Bay. It's going to be a tough call, man. I mean, it's going to be an upset, bro. You know, there's nothing you can really do about it. All right, next game, Chicago-Green Bay, big-time divisional matchup. Chicago's season's not over, sitting at 5-5, but Green Bay is clearly into control of that division at 7-3, 3-1 at home. Chicago's actually on a 4-game losing streak, so we expect that streak to end, but not today. The 9.5 points that it's currently at is way too much. So we're going to have to either moneyline this bet or run with Chicago and expect it to be a close game. It opened up at 7.5. That's what I expect them to win by, about 7 points. So we're going to go ahead and take Chicago on that. And the last game is going to be the Monday night game, big-time Seattle-Philadelphia. Another potential upset. I'm telling you guys, I don't know about this week. It looks like we could have 5 or 6 potential moneyline upsets in this schedule. It's a short week after Thanksgiving. We already saw what ended up being the 2 underdogs on Thanksgiving night come out with the wins, which I called that. But we still got the Baltimore-Pittsburgh game, which has been moved. So we're going to see how that ends up. Looks like Baltimore's not going to be in the best condition physically. So I would imagine Pittsburgh's going to continue their undefeated streak in that one. But overall, it looks like a pretty busy week, man. It's going to be hard to call it because it looks to me like a lot of potential upsets and covers going to be taking place. So we're going to take a commercial break. We'll get right back to you guys. And thank you for tuning in. Overtime Live, Sports Bet Radio. Welcome back to the show. We're here at Overtime Live Sports Bet Radio, wrapping up our NFL Week 12 matchup. So I wanted to give you guys a final rundown. Of course, we took Houston and Washington on Thanksgiving Day. Both of them covered. Ended up coming in as underdogs. It's going to be an underdog week. We're going to take Atlanta to beat Oakland as underdogs. Taking Arizona to lose to the Patriots. We're going to take Patriots as underdogs. We're going to take Cincinnati as underdogs against the Giants. Jacksonville's going to cover those points as underdogs. Carolina's going to go on the road and win as underdogs. Tennessee is going to win on the road as underdogs. We got Buffalo holding it down at home as the one favorite to really lock it up this week. Nobody else is really looking too solid. So then we're going to have the Jets are going to go ahead and get their first win as big-time underdogs. New Orleans is going to go to Denver and get beat by some underdogs. And the Rams are going to win as favorites. Tampa Bay, big time game, man. That's going to be a Super Bowl matchup. Everybody's looking forward to it, seeing the greatest of all time against the greatest of this time. So Tampa Bay's going to win that game as underdogs. We got Green Bay on the road covering, and we got Philadelphia on the road as underdogs winning straight up against Seattle. Is their pass defense that bad? We'll have to wait and see. Thank you guys for tuning in. Overtime Live.